Hi everyone! Today I'm going to teach you how to go into your digital portfolio and make your site look exactly the way you want it to. So go into your digital portfolio that we created the other day in class, and if you don't actually have this portfolio, it would be important to watch my other video which teaches you how to make it. Once you're in here, there are a couple of buttons that are the most important ones. Now, you're going to show up on your home page, and then each of the tabs is going to be a different web page, and they're each going to say different things. So anytime you want to edit or change any of these pages, you need to use the pencil button. By clicking the pencil, it will allow you to change any of the text. The things that I put in here are basically just things that you are welcome to keep. But I would recommend writing an introduction about yourself, having some photos that you put in here, making this much more interesting and less common than what we see here. So one of the most important things that I can show you right now is how to insert something from your Google Drive. So wherever your cursor is where the item is going to be inserted, and it's going to look a little strange at first. So you would go to Insert, and if you wanted to put an image from your computer in or a hyperlink from the internet, you would use these right here. Gadgets are things I don't play around very much with, but there are lots of different ways that Google inserts widgets and gadgets. But coming over to the column that says Google, this is the place where you can put things in here from your Google Drive, which is probably the place you're going to insert items the most. So if we are going to insert a document from Google Drive, it's going to pull up our documents, and you'll be able to see some of the essays that I just got and projects that I've been working on and things like that. And so I would pick one of the things that I've been working on. I'll pick this project here. I'll select it. And then it's going to ask me a few questions. Right now I will have a border around the item. It will have a title, and you can change that title if you'd want. And I'm going to save it. And it's going to look like this inside the frame. Now that's not the way we necessarily want it to look ultimately. Maybe we want the document to show up in the center of the web page or something like that. So there's some options here. The gear also will let you get back if you wanted to change it or something like that. In order for anything that we type or insert into the portfolio to actually show up, we need to hit the Save button. If you forget to hit the Save button, it's not going to save, and that's going to make you kind of sad. The reason that this is so useful is, and putting your Google Docs in this way is so useful, is because it's going to show the document that you have from your Google Drive, and you're not going to have to copy and paste. All of the formatting is going to stay the same, and you're able to scroll up and down like this. And anything you change on the original document will actually show up. The changes will automatically show up on your website, which is a really nice feature. So that's the first button that I wanted to show you. Remember, that was the pencil. The second button that I will show you is just the Create Page button. So if you want to have a subpage, like I've made here some different subject electives underneath a particular web page, you hit the Create Page button and you can create new web pages there. There is a way to organize them, and if you want me to tell you more about that, just let me know. But the most important page that you're probably, or most important tool that you're going to be the most interested in is under this Gear button. There are places that can help you really change the whole formatting and the way that the site looks, and you can make things different. You may not want tabs, you might want a sidebar. But my recommendation is to, and you can do things in Edit Site Layout, but come to Manage Site. This is the place where most of the things on the sidebar here are gonna, you're gonna be able to make changes that you want. If you happen to spell your name wrong, this is the place, or you want the site name to look different, this is the place to do that. There are a lot of different options, and some of them I know what they mean, some of them I actually don't. But coming down to the very bottom, we have Themes, Colors, and Fonts. And this is the place where right now you have a theme that I selected that looks very Rutlandy and very clean and you know, makes sense for the type of project that you're working on. But you have a lot of different options in terms of what you'd like your page to look like. So if you click any of the different basic themes, it will show you down here what that means and what it will look like on your website. Then you can come into these areas. So right now we're working on the entire page. This is the background. You can insert photos and using these boxes over here. You can use what's on the theme wrapper. The site header is just the top, and you can play with all of these different areas and make sure that you have your site looking exactly the way you want to. If you don't like what you've done, just clear it. It will go back to the regular theme that comes with the base. But whatever you decide to do, you're going to need to save once it looks the way you want to here. I'm going to hit cancel because I don't want it to save. As I mentioned before, whenever you are adding or changing or editing anything, you always have to save, but just keep in mind that you can go back and fix things. If you want a page to look a certain way and you need some helpful hints on that, you can let me know. And also there are some really kind of interesting and unique things that we can do with images and video and putting them into your website that would make it really personal and make it work for you. So one last thing I'll say is that if you do end up wanting to put photos onto the website, you can do that by just inserting them or copy and pasting them. You can also make a slideshow in Google Slides, and by inserting the slideshow, it will run and actually play on its own inside the website, and I can show you how to do that if you want. So let me know if you have any questions, and I would recommend playing with these two things. And if you don't like what you've done, don't save, but if you do like what you've done, save it and move on from there. Alright, thanks a lot.